Dealers are closing. Models are vanishing. Breakdowns are becoming normal. That's not a coincidence. It's collapse. The average repair now tops 1,200. Recalls hit 24 million vehicles. And some brands lost over 40% of buyers in 5 years. This is 13 car brands that are collapsing. Watch this before you buy. Starting with Number 1. Nissan is one of the worst car brands today. At first, you might give its cars the benefit of the doubt, but after a few years on the road, the true problems show up. Sales are falling. In the US, Nissan sold about 900,000 vehicles in 2024, down from 1.2 million in 2020. SUVs like the Rogue still sell, but sedans like the Altima and Sentra are dropping fast. In some areas, Nissan has less than 5% market share. Reliability is a major problem. Older CVTs fail. Engines in newer models overheat. Consumer Reports gives many Nissan cars below average scores, especially for transmissions and electronics. Repairs are expensive, and replacement parts aren't always easy to find. The lineup is shrinking. Popular cars like the 370Z, Versa sedan, and many older SUVs have been discontinued. Electric cars like the Leaf are expanding too slowly, leaving Nissan behind competitors like Tesla, Kia, and Hyundai. Brand perception is weak. Buyers no longer see Nissan as exciting or trustworthy. The brand feels like a shadow of its former self, frustrating even loyal fans. Long-term reliability problems and poor resale value make Nissan a tough buy in 2026. Nissan is still on the streets, but its reputation is damaged. Once a household name, it now ranks as the number 1 brand to avoid if you want dependability, resale value, and peace of mind. And this is just the first layer. The real danger? Some brands might not survive at all, which could affect parts, warranties, and resale. The next video breaks all that down. Number 2. Chrysler was once a pillar of American cars. In 2005, the brand sold nearly 600,000 vehicles. Today, that number has dropped by about 80%, with fewer than 125,000 sold in 2024. Sales have been falling for over 2 decades. Chrysler now has almost no lineup. The brand only sells the Pacifica minivan and its Voyager twin. That's it. The Chrysler 300 sedan was dropped after 2023. Even minivan sales are declining. Deliveries of the Pacifica and Voyager fell about 18.5% in the first half of 2025 compared to the year before. Reliability is a major problem. Large recalls hurt confidence, including over 250,000 Pacifica and Voyager units for faulty airbags. The brand also struggles with identity. Many consumers see it as a one-model brand. Younger buyers want SUVs or EVs, but Chrysler's slow move to electrification makes it less relevant as competitors launch modern EVs and hybrids. Dealer confidence is low. Surveys show trust in the Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram franchise has dropped sharply. Executives insist Chrysler will continue. New minivans, a planned SUV, and future models are in the works. But until those cars arrive, the brand feels thin, vulnerable, and struggling. And finally, the brand that's been at the center of reliability nightmares, recalls, and falling trust takes the top spot on our list. Number 3. Infiniti was once Nissan's proud luxury brand, known for sleek designs and performance cars. But today, it's struggling. The lineup is aging. Many models haven't seen major updates in over a decade. Compared to competitors like Lexus, BMW, and Mercedes, Infiniti feels outdated. Its technology and design have fallen behind. Brand identity is unclear. Lexus is known for reliability. Audi is sporty. Infiniti doesn't have a clear niche, so customers often wonder why they should choose it. Parent company problems make things worse. Nissan's financial and management issues, including past scandals, have limited investment in Infiniti. This has slowed innovation and reduced the number of new models. competition is fierce. Brands like Genesis, Tesla, and Lucid are grabbing attention, while German luxury brands continue to dominate. Infinity's slow move into electric vehicles has left it behind the industry trend. Sales have dropped dramatically. US sales peaked in 2017 but are now just a fraction of that. The brand has even pulled out of Western Europe and Australia, and some dealerships now share space with Nissan to cut costs. Reliability issues add to the problem. Older CVTs have transmission problems, and some newer engines face failures. Consumer trust has taken a hit. Even in the US. A once famous luxury name is now facing shrinking lineups, rising problems, and financial pressure. And the warning signs are hard to ignore. Number 4. Mitsubishi used to be one of the top Japanese car brands, alongside Toyota, Lexus, and Honda. But today, it's struggling. The brand's reputation was damaged decades ago by scandals in the 1970s, including cover-ups of defects and manipulated fuel economy data. Customers lost trust, and Mitsubishi has never fully recovered. Financial problems make things worse. Mitsubishi has far less cash than competitors like Toyota or Honda, which limits its ability to invest in new car platforms, EVs, and technology. Recent profit drops have also added pressure. The car lineup is weak. Many models have been discontinued, including the Lancer Evolution, ASX, Eclipse Cross, and the Pajero Sport in Australia. Remaining models often struggle to compete with Hyundai, Kia, Mazda, and Subaru. Mitsubishi's market presence is shrinking. US sales peaked in 2002 to 2003, but now the brand holds less than 1% of the market. It has completely exited China, unable to compete with fast-growing local EV makers. Southeast Asia, once a strong market, is also declining. Even alliances can't save it. Mitsubishi is part of the Renault-Nissan Mitsubishi Group, but its small size and financial struggles make it vulnerable. Mitsubishi isn't the only Japanese brand under pressure. Another former rival is quietly slipping away as well. Number 5. Jaguar recently launched a major rebrand plan to turn itself into a fully electric, ultra-luxury brand. To do this, the company stopped producing almost all of its current models. This included the XE, XF, F-Type, E-Pace, and I-Pace. As a result, many dealerships were left with almost nothing to sell. The impact was immediate. In April 2025, Jaguar's European sales dropped by 97.5%. Many of the brand's loyal customers felt pushed away. Older buyers loved Jaguar for its classic design and performance, but the new marketing campaign showed no cars at all, using abstract slogans instead. Longtime fans were confused, and younger buyers were not interested either. Jaguar is now trying to compete with Bentley and Porsche in the US market. Its upcoming electric cars are expected to start at over $120,000, which is a huge jump from Jaguar's previous pricing. This puts the brand into the ultra-luxury segment, where history, reputation, and performance matter most, and Jaguar struggles to match its rivals in these areas. Past problems make things even harder. Jaguar has dealt with low sales and reliability issues for decades, which already hurt customer trust. A cyber attack in late 2025 also disrupted production and added to its troubles. Coming up next is a Japanese luxury brand that's fading quietly. It was once a strong rival to Lexus and Infiniti, but today it's slowly losing relevance. Number 6. Genesis is a young brand trying to compete in the luxury market. It launched in 2015 and is backed by Hyundai. SUVs like the GV80 and GV70 are becoming popular, especially in the United States. Even so, Genesis faces real challenges. Many buyers still see it as a Hyundai with a luxury badge. Unlike BMW, Mercedes, or Lexus, Genesis doesn't have decades of history, which makes it harder to earn true prestige. Depreciation is another issue. Like many luxury vehicles, Genesis cars lose value quickly. Sedans and electric models, in particular, can drop sharply in price after just a few years. This can worry buyers who want strong long-term value. Reliability has also taken a hit. Genesis has recalled over 90,000 G70, G80, and G90 vehicles due to engine fire risks. Another 65,000 cars were recalled for seatbelt pretensioner problems, and nearly 95,000 sedans were recalled for brake module issues. Each recall hurts consumer trust and weakens the brand's luxury image. Service experience has been a problem as well. Early customers had to visit shared Hyundai dealerships, which didn't feel premium. Genesis is now opening standalone dealerships, but it will take time for the experience to fully match luxury expectations. The brand's market strategy keeps changing. In the UK, Genesis plans to go fully electric once current inventory is sold. Sedans like the G70 may be phased out as SUVs continue to dominate. And even long-established brands aren't safe. Up next is a name once praised for style and performance, now struggling with quality issues and a shrinking fan base. Number 7. Maserati is a name known for Italian style and power. For decades, it stood for luxury and speed. But recently, the brand has been struggling badly. In 2024, Maserati sold only 11,300 cars worldwide, which is about half of what it sold in 2023. The company reported hundreds of millions of euros in operating losses, forcing Stellantis to cut back on investment in new models. Maserati's lineup feels old and limited. Popular models like the Ghibli, Quattroporte, and Levante are aging. The Greycale SUV failed to meet expectations, and the fully electric MC20 was cancelled. No major new models are expected until 2027 or 2028. Depreciation is a huge problem. Some Maseratis lose over 70% of their value within 3 years. This scares off buyers and damages the brand's image of exclusivity. Reliability and ownership costs make things worse. Maintenance is expensive, parts can be hard to find, and electrical issues are common. On top of that, the service network is small, making repairs slow and frustrating. Maserati also struggles with brand identity. It's too expensive to be mainstream, but not exclusive enough to compete with true supercar brands. Rivals like Porsche and BMW often steal the spotlight. And it's not just older brands that are in trouble. Even some new luxury brands, still trying to build their reputation, are already running into serious problems. Curious which car brands are risky buys right now? Click the link above to watch the full list. Number 8. Volvo has long been known as the world's safest car brand. For decades, it built its reputation on strong crash scores and smart safety technology. But today, Volvo is facing serious problems that could affect its future. One major issue is electric vehicles. Volvo once promised to go fully electric by 2030, but that goal has now been delayed. Demand for EVs is slowing in Europe and the US, and Volvo is still selling many hybrids instead of fully electric cars. Competition is also getting tougher. Chinese brands like BYD are offering electric cars that are cheaper and still provide long range. Volvo's CEO, Jim Rowan, has warned that these low-cost EVs could push some Western brands out of the market. Trade policies are another problem. New tariffs on vehicles and parts made in China have reduced profits. Many Volvo models rely on Chinese components, which has hurt pricing and margins. To survive, Volvo has been cutting costs. In 2025, the company announced thousands of job cuts in Sweden after reporting a large operating loss. Its stock price has also been unstable. Volvo is dealing with internal challenges too. One of its key battery partners, Northvolt, went bankrupt in March 2025, forcing Volvo to look for new technology partners. Some newer models have also faced software glitches and quality complaints. Volvo's problems are piling up. And next on the list is a brand that looks more stylish and glamorous but is quietly running into the same issues: high repair costs, fading appeal, and a lineup that's slowly disappearing. Number 9. Buick was once a beloved brand from the old days. It was a name people respected. Big, smooth cars filled the streets, and owners felt proud to drive one. Today, Buick is facing serious challenges. U.S. sales are low. In 2024, Buick sold around 75,000 vehicles in the United States, holding only about 1% of the market. Most of its buyers are older, and younger drivers rarely consider the brand. Buick's vehicle lineup is small and confusing. Only a few SUVs and crossovers remain, and all sedans are gone. This makes it difficult to compete with brands like Acura and Lexus, which offer a wider range of choices. Brand identity is another problem. Buick sits awkwardly between Chevrolet and Cadillac. Many buyers are unsure whether Buick is meant to be a luxury brand or a mainstream one. This lack of clarity makes it harder to stand out in a crowded market. Buick also depends heavily on China. In 2024, nearly 60% of Buick's global sales came from Chinese buyers. If demand in China slows, Buick will feel the impact quickly. The shift to electric vehicles is another challenge. GM plans to make Buick fully electric by 2030, but many U.S. dealers are unwilling to invest in the upgrades needed to sell and service EVs. Up next is a brand where buyers are facing serious reliability problems and shrinking options, making it a risky choice heading into 2026. Number 10. Lincoln has always had a loyal older fanbase. In the early 2000s, models like the Lincoln Navigator and Town Car ruled the roads. They were big, comfortable, and felt truly luxurious. Cars like the MKZ and Continental also turned heads back then. Today, Lincoln is facing problems that could affect its future. Sales have stayed fairly steady, but growth is slow. In 2024, Lincoln sold about 93,000 vehicles in the U.S., slightly down from 97,000 in 2023. Lincoln's lineup has changed a lot. Most of its vehicles are now SUVs, and popular sedans like the Continental and MKZ have been discontinued. This limits choices for buyers who still want luxury sedans. Reliability is another concern. Several recent recalls have hit Lincoln models. Around 24,000 Lincoln Aviators were recalled because of loose seatbelt anchors. Nearly 50,000 Aviator and Corsair SUVs were recalled due to rear-view camera software problems. Another 50,000 plus Corsair and Aviator vehicles were affected by battery-related electrical issues. These problems point to ongoing electrical, camera, and safety system flaws that frustrate owners and cost time and money to fix. Brand identity is also an issue. Lincoln shares many parts and platforms with Ford, which makes it harder to feel truly premium. When buyers compare Lincoln to Mercedes, BMW, or Lexus, the brand often struggles to stand out. Lincoln is also behind on electric vehicles. Right now, it only offers plug-in hybrids, with no fully electric models available. Meanwhile, competitors like Audi and Mercedes already sell electric SUVs and sedans. Coming up next is another luxury brand that looks impressive on the surface, but under the hood, buyers are discovering costly problems and fewer choices than they expect. If you're finding this useful, like the video, share it with friends, and subscribe so you don't miss the rest of the list. Number 11. Mini may be small in size, but its problems are anything but small. The brand was once iconic, a tiny car with big personality. Today, it's struggling to stay relevant. In 2024, Mini sold about 92,000 cars worldwide, which is roughly a 10% drop from 2023. In the United States, sales fell to just 8,500 cars, almost half of what the brand sold 10 years ago. One major issue is price. Minis are expensive for what they offer. Base models start around $28,000, and with options, prices can go above $35,000. For the same money, buyers can choose cars like the Honda Civic Touring, Mazda 3 Premium Hatchback, or Toyota Corolla XSE. These cars are larger, more reliable, and cheaper to maintain. Paying that much for a small car with limited space and average reliability makes it hard for Mini to compete. Other brands simply offer more value for the money. Reliability is another concern. Consumer Reports points out common problems like engine failures and transmission issues. Repairs can be expensive because the parts are specialized, and not every mechanic is trained to work on Minis. Mini's vehicle lineup is shrinking as well. Most models are now SUVs or small hatchbacks. Fans of the classic tiny Minis feel left out, while younger buyers are turning toward electric vehicles or affordable compact cars instead. Coming up next is a brand with a luxury image and a strong reputation. But behind the showroom shine, buyers are starting to notice serious problems that are becoming harder to ignore. Number 12. Alfa Romeo sold about 120,000 cars worldwide in 2024, which was a 20% drop from the year before. Because of weak sales, many dealers have stopped carrying the brand. Alfa Romeo's lineup is very small. It only offers a few SUVs and one sports car. That limits buyer choice and hurts sales, especially when customers want more options. Reliability is a major problem. Consumer Reports gives Alfa Romeo an overall score of 55, which is extremely low. For comparison, top brands like Subaru score around 82, while most mainstream brands sit between 70 and 75. Even Jeep, known for its issues, scores higher. A 55 rating puts Alfa Romeo well below average. Because of this, owners often face problems with engines, electronics, and other parts. Repairs are more common, maintenance costs are higher, and resale value drops quickly. Many buyers end up paying more than the car is worth over time. While many owners love Alfa Romeo's design, looks don't cover repair bills. Parts are expensive, fixes take longer, and fewer technicians are trained to work on these cars. Alfa Romeo's dealer network is also shrinking. Over the past 5 years, the number of U.S. dealerships has dropped by more than 40%, making it harder to buy, service, or trade in these vehicles. Up next is a brand facing even bigger trouble. It was once known for fun and excitement, but today many people avoid it for a very specific reason you'll hear next. Number 11. Number 13. Fiat may look cute on the outside, but today it barely makes an impact in the car market. Around the world, Fiat sold about 1.2 million cars in 2024, which is an 11% drop from the 1.35 million it sold in 2023. Most of those sales come from places like Brazil, Turkey, and Italy, not the key markets that help build long-term brand strength. In the United States, Fiat has almost disappeared. In 2014, the brand sold over 46,000 cars. After years of falling demand, sales dropped to under 1,600 cars in 2024 and just 1,321 in 2025, which is roughly 3 cars a day across the entire country. Fiat has also struggled with reliability issues for many years. Older reviews often ranked some Fiat models near the bottom, especially cars like the 500L, which had problems with electronics, engines, and other basic parts. Today, many industry rankings don't even include Fiat anymore because there isn't enough data from mainstream buyers. That alone shows how small the brand has become. On top of that, ownership costs are higher than average. Owners often deal with frequent dealer visits and repair bills that don't feel worth it for small, low-priced cars. Fiat isn't failing in a dramatic way. It's slowly being pushed out of the market. And the next brand on this list isn't disappearing quietly either, but for very different reasons. Its problems are loud, public, and closely tied to how it's trying to reinvent itself for the future.